Hello, welcome to Blackjacks. It's too hot, I'm too sweaty, and I'm too tired. But I thought I'd come up here and do an easy job, make an easy little video on how to do steel brake lines, or not how to do them, because that would be a how-to. Then when you cocked it up, it would be my fault. It would just merely be a video about how I do steel brake lines, which you could copy at your own risk. So the theory was we're going to come off there, go down to this, off there, behind there, around there, out there, down to this one. Double banjo belt here, another hose off of there, up there, over the wheel, down to the opposite caliper. Then thought about it a bit, thought, well, I don't really like the idea of that being all over the bare tyre, because it's not the best idea ever, is it? So I don't know if you've seen those San Diego, I think it's San Diego BMW, I'll have a look on the internet, style fork braces, which I will insert a picture at this point. There you go, looking at. So I thought we'd make one of those for this, and then I can run that hose from there up through the back, over the top, through the fork brace and down to the other side. So how am I going to go about that? Good question. I'll get to that in a second. Another Blue Peter moment. So I put that wheel on there. It's not going to want to come any higher than that, is it? So let's take that out of there. Put a crease there. Make sure you line the edges up, helps keep everything square, because then your template isn't, template, that'll do, it's square. At that point you can probably cut it off if you want. I'm going to end it about there, I think. So like again, once again, make sure the edges are lined up. If the edges are lined up, that's 90 degrees. Now I have a rectangular piece of card to make my template from. Take the original straight edge. I'm going to bring it a bit lower than that because it doesn't have to start low, and we want to go kind of like that. So once again, so that's where the middle is. We're going to cut this out, so that's why I don't want to crease it all the way through. That gives you, lets me ballpark where the middle of the bracket is. There we go. And I can shove that into the screw holes. And you can see that. Yeah, you can. Look at that. Gives you a couple of like decent marks where the bolt holes are. So I'm going to get some 8mm bolts, because that looks like 8mm, and I'm going to shove them through there. They might be M6, which would be strange. But it is what it is. Oh. That's interesting. M6 it is. Oh dear. Meaning this is currently useless because the hole's too big. So repeat that process. Let's make it like that. Decent distance from the edge. Make some impressions. So the bit of card's now located by the bolt. I can eye it, make sure it's something like square with the fork leg. And try and find the hole with the bolt. No, that's not it, that's it now. Good. It's so much easier if you take the wheel out. But I read my horoscope this morning and it said not to be taking any wheels out. So I'm not taking the wheel out. If you're thinking that sounds like a load of bull, it is, because I'm Taurus. Okay. Something like it. Some sort of tool would be a good idea at this point. Ow! So I'm just sorted all this out. I'm going to cock it all up again by dragging one of them out. Oh, there's 10. Right. Oh. That's a little bit stiff, that one. But I think that's got a bit of card located. So, we're going to get a bit of tube in a minute. Tube. So, I don't know. What do you think? Get back now. Yeah, something like that. So essentially, you can see that we are beginning to evolve ourselves. The thing I like to have is some speed holes up there. Fair bit of partly because you can still hear what I'm saying. There we go. Right. That wasn't a bad guess actually, because those holes pretty much do line up. These, however, are off on the thing of their own. So we're going to go with the back one, because the back one has to carry. We want to get that located so that the tube, the brake pipe, not the tube, brake pipe can go through it. So with it folded in half, oh, straight, marvellous, right. So at this point, it's all about the prettification of the bracket. So I'm going to go and indulge myself in some artistic silliness. So car template, holes in it. Was a bit dubious about that, so took 2 pieces of 1/8, drilled a hole in the end of each of them, bolted one to each of the lugs on the fork leg, touched them together, tack welded them together, and that means these holes are the same distance apart as the ones in the fork leg. Check it against me, piece of cardboard. I know I'm going to show you that, but it is in fact more or less the same. And then drew a line down there, drilled one of the holes, bolted that to it, lined the other one up with the felt tip pen line, Sharpie line if you prefer, and drilled that. That bolts onto the fork legs. I need to make one for the other side, which I should use this one as the pattern. When I've got those 2 bolts to the fork legs, then I can bend the piece of tube, 2 pieces of tube to get over the top. So dragged out the Facebook Marketplace bender, went a bit of, I think it was 5/8 tube in there, but it ended up having to sit on the floor to pull the handle towards me up. Did that to get a 180 bend, which is something I'm trying to resolve with that hydraulic thing, which is basically a modified one of those. And bent myself a couple of hoops, which, after a certain amount of screwing around and using completely the wrong size former, oh yes, came out like that. And the thing with this tube is the bore there is big enough for this pipe to go up into that tube over down the other side, and connect to the caliper, and of course then the whole thing just moves up and down. Moves up and down with the forks, wheels, brakes, and nothing rubs on anything. And then I can probably put a little tag on there for that one. So a bit more sawing, a bit more grinding, and we should arrive at a fork brace. Something like that, I think. This plate's not going to work because there's a gap there, if you can see that, but it's just a bit annoying. If I come down to miss that bit, then it all stops working, so I'll make another one of those. But there we go. Pardon me. Right, so all drilled out, made up, there we go, brackety thing. Remember which way around this goes now, that's the front, slightly different shape you'll see. So, what's in what last time I was putting the back one in first. Make some room to get around in there. Okay, well, let's change the bracket on the other side, but we can have a look. That one fits there. Whew. And that one fits there. That goes more like that, and that goes more like that. Apparently, if you try and record a bit where you're welding stuff up, it's best not to do 3/4 of it before you realise that you haven't actually switched the fucking camera on. But there you go. Such is life. Get the last bit then, can we? Oh. But let's hope. Yeah. Oh, great. Airborne and wheel out then. Lovely. All up in the air. Turn it off. Whew, hide hammer. Give it hiding. Boom, boom. Don't want to come out from between. So you knew I was going to have to take the calipers off. Luckily at the moment, I think we can just get away with. Alright, we will be able to just get away with that. But one of the calipers has got to come off. Just get that all back together. And then, with a kind of following wind, and a little bit more of that, I think it's possible that your forklifts may be ever so slightly bent. Right, See where we're going with it now. Well, there it is all welded up. I'm not going to pick it up because it's still a bit warm. But you see these sticky bits of tube need trimming off, so in a minute or two I'll get a hacksaw on it and sort that out. Well, there you go. Forky bracy. The bit that leans forward the most is the front. The reason the angle's different is because I'm trying to tube up through it. Let's see how much of a cock up welder net's made. Not really. How about that? Just show you can weld stuff without distorting it. Don't know why, how though, but apparently like that. As if by magic. Something like the right place. Click. One fork brace. And that has made quite a difference how stiff this forks are. Oh, don't do that because it's plastic and it'll break. So there you have it. Fabricated front fork brace. Not the hardest thing in the world to make. Tricky bit is farting the tubes back so that they set on the brackets rather than where they want to end up. Anyway, hope you found that was, I don't know, interesting, informative, gave you an idea. And I'll take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one, and we'll be doing some other rubbish next.